Deputy President Paul Mashatile will today launch Phase 3 of the Accelerated Service Delivery Thuntsha Lerole Programme in the Tlhabane Bojanala district in the northwest. Mashatile will lead the official opening of a newly built Seraleng Primary School in Paardekraal. The Thuntsha Lerole Programme is a government activation, to deal with service delivery issues. SABC News' reporter Samkele Masego is part of our team watching developments, and he joins us now live. And Samkele, I wonder if there's any movement where you're at. And as you talk about that, talk us through some of the infrastructure interventions at these schools in the northwest.
Well, and at this point in time, the Deputy President will be arriving here at Seraleng Primary School. As you can see, the Deputy Minister of Basic Education, is also here as they will be handing over the school. The Deputy President will be unveiling it here. But I am joined by the local councillor, Mr. Tlhabane. Just the essence of the school. What was the essence behind the construction of this particular school in this specific area where you are the resident ward councillor?
Samkelo. This area was built in 2008. Then we had a challenge of not having this school. Then we requested the department, they responded positive. We ended up having this school under the construction. There were challenges, but at the end of the day, we ended up having this school. Beautiful one.
There was no school in the area since this area was built and came about.
Remember, this area is new. It was 2008. We started to build the school in 2013. So it means that immediately after 5 years, when we have kids in this area, parents staying in this area, and then the department responded positive, then we had school.
What are some of the service delivery backlogs in this specific area? I see a number of informal settlements. Some areas don't have bulk infrastructure as yet. When are the services coming to the people?
You see, the challenges, yes, we have service delivery challenges, but what I can tell you is that the challenge is caused by the people who are coming in from different provinces looking for a job and so on. So because of abantu beza bebaningi in the area, we will have that challenge in terms of service delivery, but we are trying by all means. You can see the area, there's service delivery, there's no potholes, it's clean.
When you're looking at some of the areas, particularly where you've got the migrant labor system in South Africa, you find a lot of workers coming from outside of the province, coming to work in the mines. What are some of the main issues you find with the huge influx of people coming from other provinces coming to this area?
As you have indicated, one of those is informal settlement, because people are looking for the place to stay and so on. Those are the challenges that we are facing. And the more, for example, the electricity, it's when then we experience this thing of nyoga, people doing illegal connections and so on.
Thank you very much, Councillor. We're going to call in the Deputy Minister of Basic Education, Ms. Regina Mohaule. Deputy Minister, just the essence of the construction of the school, what was the main thrust and the main thinking behind it, knowing that you've got a number of informal settlement areas and the migrant labor system, particularly in the Bojanala district?
In Bojanala district, remember, all the people are moving towards where there's economic activity, and it's a mining actively area. So most people are moving, and we spend most of the time building schools in rural areas, and now most of those schools are remaining white elephants. So now we are focusing on these informal settlements where people are attracted by the economic activity. That's why, as the Department of Education in the province, we prioritize to build this primary school to cater for the people of the informal settlement in the area, so that there can be more schools. And this is our priority now, because we thought in the past that we need to move to the rural areas, and people are moving from the rural areas to towns. And it's a problem in all our 9 provinces that people are moving to towns. So when we thought that the gap is in the rural areas, now the gap is becoming in the informal settlements around, especially the mining towns. So in Mpumalanga, Lydenburg, Rustenburg, in Northwest, in even Northern Cape, all the areas that are mining areas, there's a congestion of people that are coming seeking for opportunities, and they come with their children. So those that they live in the rural areas are the old ones who do not have children. That's why we spend most money building infrastructure to address the gaps of the past, but now it's a challenge.
When you're looking at some of these informal settlements, particularly around mining towns, what are some of the other issues that are there, not only to address the issues of basic needs such as schooling for the young ones, but also town planning, issues of bulk infrastructure in order to suit a school like this that needs to have sewer running, that needs to have people living in proper dwellings rather than shacks?
The challenge is that we sleep, and overnight there is an extension of informal settlements. They don't give the municipality and government in general an opportunity to plan thoroughly. And even if you can say, okay, give us an opportunity and chance to plan, we don't have that time. Now you must plan when the people are already on site, which is a challenge. But we want to move ahead, that we identify areas, we develop the area, putting all the basic infrastructure need, then including, it's a human settlement need. The concept of human settlement is not just about housing or building houses, it's to put the entire infrastructure, electricity, water, sewer, and bulk water supply and everything, so that and all the other social amenities, that we leave space for social development facilities, clinics, schools, and everything. But our people, the way they move, the influx, make it difficult for government to plan. But we are working on that as government, with the Department of Human Settlement and municipalities, that we plan and develop the area, then allow people to come in. But the mining, because of the mining economic activity, like I indicated, we sleep, wake up, there are people. And if you don't remove them at a particular time, you allow them to stay. Then you must bring infrastructure when they already on the land, which is a problem.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister of Basic Education, Bojanala Mohala, basically saying that they in essence have to build these schools in areas where people are already residing, where there is limited space to move around and to plan those specific spatial planning and town planning areas of where you will build a school, bulk infrastructure, knowing that there is a lot of economic activity around mines. They now have to factor that in their various budgets when they come about the infrastructure projects, and they plan for the school's construction in specific areas, and particularly in having now to move away from rural areas and move to semi-urban areas, and in particular economic activity areas like in mining areas.